Well, welcome back to the Caterpillar MINExpo 2012 exhibit. At the last MINExpo, Caterpillar previewed a far-reaching vision of the future for mining, and we made some bold promises about the development of Cat autonomous equipment systems. Since then, Caterpillar has been delivering on those promises in a big way with Cat MineStar System, the most comprehensive suite of integrated mining technologies in the industry. To give us a deeper insight into what Cat MineStar System can do for your surface operation, Mike Dimmick is standing by in the Cat Surface Operations Center. Mike?
Thanks, Tom. I'm back with Michael Murphy. He is manager of mining autonomy and technology at Caterpillar. Good to see you again this morning.
Thanks, Mike.
What is the first thing mining customers should know about Cat MineStar System?
First thing they should know, it's designed around their business needs, extremely flexible and scalable to make sure it meets your needs. One thing about it, it can run a mine that's running a handful of machines up to a mine running 150 plus trucks.
Michael, what makes it so flexible?
It's these 5 capability sets. They can be used individually or in any combination. Think of these like building blocks, which are tailored around your particular business needs.
Building blocks is a great way to think about this. Give us an idea how a mine site could then use one of these capability sets.
Well, we all know that safety is the #1 priority in mining. So we actually have Cat Detect, which is object detection. In actual fact, it's fitted to large mining trucks as standard. And what we do here is use a combination of radars and cameras to alert the operator of an object nearby when they're parked or starting to move. From there, we can move to proximity awareness. And while the machine is moving, we can tell the operator if there's a light vehicle, a stationary vehicle, or alternatively, another machine nearby. And of course, it provides a tremendous amount of safety for the operator. Think of this like air traffic control.
Yeah, and that's a great way to think about it. So what happens is that you can kind of configure each of these capability sets in various ways.
That's right. That's what helps the customers create these tremendous, powerful results.
So what's the next logical step from Detect?
From there, really, the sky's the limit. You know, if you've got an issue with drilling, for example, drill and blast costs, fragmentation, we have terrain for drilling. If you want to make sure the right ore goes to the right location, then we have terrain for loading. And what it does is make sure the right material goes to the right location on your mine site.
Now, does Cat MineStar System also work for mixed fleets?
Sure it does. It works for both Cat and Cat machines. Of course, the next capability we have is fleet. And what we're doing with fleet is making sure we optimize the trucks and loading tools. So what we're doing here is minimize bunching and minimizing hang time. What we typically see is a 10 to 15% productivity improvement when we install a fleet around the world.
That's going to have a big impact on the customer's bottom line. Now, what can MineStar do to try to help with service and maintenance costs?
From there we have health. What we do is take the VIMs information off the machine in real time and analyse what's happening for those machines. We also have our new Caterpillar Equipment Care Advisor, where we're taking machine information, we're taking site information and fluids analysis, putting it together and helping the customer minimise his operating cost of machines and increase his mechanical availability.
So Michael, you've been basically kind of counting down here. What is the 5th of the capability sets?
The 5th is one we're really excited about. This is the biggest step change in mining for many years. And we talk about command. And what we're doing here is taking the operator off the machine for remote control, semi-autonomous and fully autonomous operation.
All right, we're going to have more on command coming up. Michael Murphy, thanks for talking with us.
You're welcome.
So, Tom, what do you think of Cat MineStar System?
Wow, really incredible stuff. Thank you very much, Mike. All right, now with all those options, it really gives you the ability to tailor the system to fit your operation. Thanks again, Mike. Now, let's move from the surface and head below ground. Kate Wong is in the Cat Underground Operations Center with another Cat MineStar System expert. Kate?
Thanks, Tom. I'm joined by Uli Pashadag, General Manager for Underground Products for Caterpillar Global Mining. Hi, Uli.
Hi, Kate. How are you doing?
Good. Well, tell me, Uli, what does the Cat MineStar system has to offer for underground miners?
Actually, it has to offer a whole lot, and we have a couple of things I want to talk about this morning. One is our detect system, where the miner is wearing a tag like this. So the system in the longwall will actually know where the miner is. It will exactly be locating his position, and he will prevent anything automated happening. So the miner is very safe when he travels through the phase.
What if a maintenance tech who needs to be working on that particular equipment while it's in motion?
Well, again, that's the beauty, because the tech is also knowing this is a maintenance guy, he's approved for maintenance, and he can do the work, he's allowed to do it. So the system in this case won't stop the automation, and so the maintenance guy can go in, do his work, and continue with the rest of it.
Okay. Well, for underground mining operations, a major concern is always equipment availability. Can you tell us more? I mean, that's the last thing we want, right?
Absolutely. Availability is the #1 key. You don't want any planned downtimes. And so what we're having is we have our so-called health system. And the health system allows an online monitoring of everything that goes on in gearboxes and drive frames. Anytime we see something going wrong, well before it does go wrong, then we can go into preventive maintenance shifts that are planned maintenance and replace components, rebuild components, and make sure the operation is going on unhindered.
Okay, thanks. So we don't want any unplanned downtime, and this certainly helps that. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thank you, Wooly. Okay, well, there's a lot to learn about the CAT MineStar system. Back to you, Tom.
Oh, there certainly is. Thanks again, Kate. All right. Now, you can get more information about these things at the surface and underground operation centers here in the Caterpillar exhibit. Thanks again, Kate. Now, let's see how all of the CAT MineStar system capabilities work together in command. Autonomous mining is the future, especially for remote mine sites or those in very harsh environments where recruiting and supporting skilled operators can be a real challenge. Now, command enables the operation of autonomous and remotely controlled equipment systems from a distance, even from an operations center in an urban area hundreds of miles from the site, helping you mine safely, profitably, and sustainably, where it may otherwise be impractical or impossible. Now, right now, command systems are in the dirt and in action in places like the Navajo mine site near Farmington, New Mexico. This is where Caterpillar and BHP Billiton are running field trials on command for hauling. They're conducting final trials for the first fully autonomous CAT 793F CMD production trucks. The next group of trucks off the line will be headed to the FMG Solomon mine in Western Australia later on this year. These trucks are doing everything you'd expect on a mine site. They're positioning themselves for loading, maneuvering over haul roads and through traffic, navigating to dump points, and a whole lot more. It's really impressive to see how precise these big autonomous trucks can be. At the Caterpillar Tenaya Hills facility near Tucson, Arizona, we recently watched a CAT D11T with command for dozing at work. The story for dozing is safety. If you're mining in an area that includes dangerous materials or unstable surfaces, this remotely controlled system allows operators to work more safely and comfortably from a distance. It also keeps them away from dust, noise, vibration, and other machine hazards. That sure makes dozing operations safer and, in a lot of cases, more productive too. And finally, let's go to the Newmont Leeville mine in Elko, Nevada, where command for underground is being used with CAT R1700G load haul dump machines. The operators work in this comfortable control center, while their R1700G machines work almost 2,000 feet below. Command for underground systems are also at work halfway around the world at the Freeport-McMoran Grasberg mine in Indonesia. There, a dozen LHD operators work remotely from 2 control rooms, one on the surface and one below ground. The operators remotely control loading and dumping, while command automates tramming, resulting in fewer drive wall collisions and enabling the machine to operate efficiently in second gear. And by letting operators work on the surface in an accessible environment, shift changes are a snap, and it's easier to attract and retain skilled operators. Command technologies truly are reshaping the future of mining, above ground and below. And today's CAT MineStar system is just the beginning. Caterpillar has plans to evolve and adapt these technologies to meet the ever-changing needs of miners like yourselves, with even more scalable, configurable technology systems designed to help improve the safety, the productivity, and the sustainability of your operations, however and wherever you'll be mining in the years ahead. Now, thank you for visiting the Caterpillar exhibit. Remember to check our timeline for upcoming events or scan the QR code in your program guide or over here at the base of CAT Center stage to download a map, schedule, and reminder app. And also, as our thanks for being here, our show workers will have a limited number of CAT MINExpo 2012 hats available after each CAT Center stage program. So please, pick one up as you leave and come back and see us again. Enjoy your day here at MINExpo 2012. Thank you.